Hi folks, this is Dr. Dave Mastak telling you about reciprocity.com, the peer proofreading and editing platform which I created. I'm going to tell you about one particular reason that I think is incredibly important for science of why I created this platform. So within the behavioral sciences, social sciences, the sciences where people are trying to, researchers at most universities, public universities, private universities, are trying to figure out how people actually behave. There is a phenomenon that's going on right now called, it's an identification crisis, or there's also a replication crisis that's happening that people have nicknamed this particular phenomenon. Really what it's about, these two phenomenons are about, is trying to figure out whether the research insights that we see as researchers are actually valid, whether they are actually explaining something in reality, or whether they're just a statistical fluke. So one way within the last few years that have taken the community by storm, first of all, replicating studies. Oddly enough, nobody was replicating studies before. There was before some studies that came out, and I think it was around 2012, about replication. But one of the sort of critical things that people have really latched onto, particularly within economics, within sociology, within strategy, which is my field as a researcher, business strategy, is looking at field experiments. So figuring out things that are real, that are valid, particular actions that are valid, and using some sort of experimental methodology that can be used in the real world. So curious enough, within the software industry, within the last 5 years, there has been an outbreak, or a large, people have become very, very open to using experiments in terms of understanding how people use software. So, and you might have heard of the term A/B testing. So A/B testing is essentially just an experiment. This is the reason, fundamental reason why advertising is so addictive right now on Facebook or Google and things like that. They're so finely tuned to what you think, or they're finely tuned to being sort of valid inferences about who you are. So it's incredibly addicting to go on Facebook, and that's why I waste all my time, and a large part of the population wastes their time on Facebook. It's not a waste, but it can be very addicting. So this phenomenon is occurring in software, so I thought as a researcher this would be a really cool thing to explore. So I began creating this platform a couple of years ago where I think that we can advance science. So hopefully within the next little while, there's going to be behavioral researchers that I'm going to collaborate with that is going to use this platform to advance our understanding of how people behave. So one of the things in the software industry, a lot of that information is private. I'm going to hopefully try to make some of the results on this platform. I'm going to try to make them as public as possible, such that not only are you getting a particular benefit of using this platform, but you're also really helping out in the scientific understanding of how people work. So I want you to check it out. It's called reciprocity.com. It's a new peer proofreading and editing platform. And hopefully you can go there and help me advance science. Thank you. Bye.